Many men try to reach it. Many men have failed.
Thanks, Phil. All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Hops and Hairsprings. This is episode 2, and we're live together for the first time ever.
First time ever.
It's great. It's so much fun adjusting the mics repeatedly.
Correct.
So obviously, I'm your host Kenny. With me, I have Justin, Gabby, Kiko, Dre. We are recording from Kiko's house, celebrating our time together. You know, we're just having a great time, and today we are drinking to celebrate being in Miami, the MIA Mega Mix. All right, so guys, this is from MIA Beer Company. Let's go ahead and open up. These were hot, then frozen, then cooled down.
Oh,
yeah, this could have, yeah. This
Cheers.
didn't explode. Oh, Justin's even pouring it back into his cup.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, that's
No, yeah, we're
you're too far.
yeah, man. Hey, Justin.
Cheers, cheers.
What's good to see about you, Justin?
Yeah, well, they say a lot of bad things. Mine is still a little frozen. Yep, so is mine.
Mine's not frozen.
All right, that's some ice in there. Well, what do you guys think of this beer?
Hoppy. It is a little hot.
It's a little bitter.
Yeah. Very little hot.
A little hoppy?
Yeah. But it could be worse. It could be more bitter.
Yeah, for sure. It could be more bitter. And that plays to the style of the beer.
Yeah.
So this is a pale ale. Should not be as bitter as an IPA, theoretically.
Yeah.
Although there are several IPAs that will come across as less hoppy than this beer. This beer is pretty hoppy. Yeah.
Pretty hot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like it's a kangaroo. They just super hot.
I almost lost my beer.
Yeah.
There was a second there that it almost came out.
Oh, that's what she says.
Yeah, for real. So this is, again, from MIA Beer Company. Do you guys have any idea when MIA Beer Company was established?
Well, you guys don't know MIA? Yeah.
Bring that up.
Thanks, bro. Perfect.
Back. Stay the
First one. So again, when do y'all think it was established?
Honestly, I think fairly recent. I would say at least like maybe late 90s, early 2000s.
Actually, it's way later than that.
Whoa.
You know what's even crazier? This is Miami's oldest independent brewery.
Independent.
Yes, independent. So independent being more like craft breweries type things, you know, not Anheuser, Budweiser, you know, Michelob, any of those things. So MIA Beer Company was established in 2015.
Late.
That's really late. We got you guys beat by a lot in Orlando.
Oh, really?
Oof, yeah.
Oh, wow. Get your one win.
Hey, bro, we have more than one win. I'm just saying. I gotta throw it out there. So Orlando Brewing, at least as far as I'm aware, was the first brewery in Orlando, first independent brewery, and it was established in 2007. So 8 years before MIA Beer Company. But in doing research for this episode, there was actually something that I found kind of sad, especially for the beer scene in Florida. So obviously, as you guys can see, we purchased this beer. It's packaged, and what that means is MIA Beer Company distributed this beer. Okay, and they were able to, you know, get this beer into stores like Total Wine, Publix, you know, what have you, where people could buy the beers. As of June 1st of this year, MIA Beer Company is no longer distributing within the state of Florida.
Oh, wow.
They're done. They will only send their beers outside of state. And there's a few reasons for that. Distributing in the state is actually really expensive and really difficult to do. Because Florida has some really, really, really old alcohol laws that actually date back way to like prohibition. And we've never updated our laws. Where there's a lot of other states in the country that have adjusted their laws to allow what's called self-distribution of beer. And, you know, they have some other caveats for wine and what have you. But self-distribution of beer means that the brewery can make the beer and distribute the beer. Okay. With how alcohol laws were established after prohibition, they created what's called a 3-tier system. Okay, so you can make alcohol, you can distribute alcohol, and you can sell alcohol, but you cannot do more than one of them. Okay, so that helps, at least what they intended to do, was to keep the industry safe from exploitation. It's kind of the idea. And this dates all the way back to what are called tied houses. Have you guys ever heard of tied houses?
No.
I've never heard of tied houses until I was studying for that stupid test. So tied houses, basically what they represent and kind of how they worked in the United States is, and again, this kind of dates back to mafia times. So the mafia, theoretically, could buy an alcohol company, whether it be whiskey, vodka, rum, beer, wine, it doesn't matter. They could buy that company, and then they could approach a business person. Hey, Johnny, you're going to buy mafia vodka, and we're going to sell it in your bar. And Johnny's like, all right, well, yeah, I guess I'm going to sell mafia vodka. Yeah, it's always the right choice.
Yes.
But then what can happen with these tied companies, you create a contract where, hey, you're going to buy 40% of my vodka, or you're going to, purchase 80 barrels of beer, whatever it is, some sort of quantity that's contracted. And then afterwards, the mafia, for example, would come back to people and be like, oh, yeah, by the way, you remember our 40%? Well, now our stuff is worth a lot more money because we say it is. So you're going to have to pay me double what you were paying before. And people wouldn't really have a way around it. So how the government planned on fixing this is by getting rid of tied houses. And in getting rid of tied houses, that's where they created this 3-tier approach to alcohol laws. And Florida, unfortunately, is still one of the states that adheres to these very strict, very 100-year-old laws that other states have amended, have approached in a way that's much more pragmatic, understanding of small businesses, and allow these businesses to really flourish. Because otherwise, like at the bar we were at last night, you cannot get those beers at that bar without a distributor. So as the brewer or bar owner, they can't go to the brewery and be like, hey, can I have a keg so I can sell it at the store? Doesn't work. It's not allowed. It's illegal. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's a little bit weird, sorry for being downer on this one, but it's important. And there's some organizations that are fighting for the brewers' ability to self-distribute within the state. The Florida Brewers Guild is a big advocate for the brewing community in Florida. So check out Florida Brewers Guild and you can find some more information. But to go back to this beer is actually made with 3 different types of hops. Okay. It's made with Mosaic, Galaxy, and Citra. Okay. This is kind of, some might say, a holy trinity of hops. Okay. Citra is going to bring these like citrus flavors. That's why they call it Citra, obviously. And supposedly some sweet fruit and floral notes. Okay. Mosaic, they call it Mosaic because it's able to actually like take on a lot of flavors from other places. And it becomes kind of, this thing that turns into other things. So like a mosaic, small little pieces. Yeah, they become something else. That's also supposed to portray citrus, berry, and sweet fruit. All right, so let's take one more sip and then we'll see how this goes. You guys getting that sweet fruit in there?
Nope. Hops.
A lot of hops.
Get it. But
I'm getting some hot.
So I'm gonna read to you guys what Galaxy hops. This is their flavor profile.
All right.
Okay? Galaxy hops are among the most desirable hops in brewing right now. It's a hop from Australia, so it's considered a New World hop. But here you go. World famous flavors of punchy passion fruit, juicy peach, and tangy citrus. The high concentration of essential oils and alpha acids make these flavors more distinct through late additions in the kettle, whirlpool, or dry hopping. Thanks for.
No,
I read it for you.
Honestly, I like it.
So I get no punchy passion fruit.
No, I don't get
Right,
it.
no.
No.
I get
No.
No, but-
Yeah. It's a punch in the mouth, but not.
Trust me, I'm being genuine. 'Cause it says MIA. So anything that's MIA, like I'm really like, oh my god, best thing in the world. It's a really hot beer. If you like hops, it's a beer for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But punchy passion fruit and juicy peach, I don't get.
you know, I love passion fruit. I love peach.
Yeah. And maybe that's our bias. You know, maybe because we, I mean, at least I do. I have a lot of passion fruit. Adriana loves passion fruit. So
Yeah.
we have passion fruit at our house all the time.
What?
So I've never really understood the passion fruit part.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these hops are like sweet fruit, like passion fruit.
Yep.
No, that's not it. That didn't happen. But
What?
yeah, man, we're gonna take a trip down the galaxy though. We're gonna go to the moon.
Oh,
All right. So the watch that I wanted to talk about.
transition.
Thanks, bro. I'm working on these things, you know.
I
So I wanted to talk about Moonwatches. I think this is a really cool topic, and it's very unique. So for those of you that are new to the watch world, the watch game, whatever you want to call it, there is and are kind of different groups that kind of control a bunch of different brands. Swatch Group being kind of one of the most preeminent group conglomerates that exists right now. They have control over a bunch of different brands, including Omega, Swatch, Rado, Hamilton, Blancpain. There's a lot of them.
Oh, good brands.
Yeah, very, very good, high quality watches. Over the last couple of years, again, kind of going back to the pandemic, you know, things have changed. The industry has changed. Life has changed for everybody. In an effort to really kind of elevate their branding in general, Swatch and Omega decided to create a collaboration. Okay, so Swatch is their more affordable watch, and they're usually kind of plasticky, rubbery. They're usually quartz movements, things like that. Omega is definitely more of the luxury side of things. So they decided to take an Omega icon, which is the Moonwatch, and we're going to talk about that, and kind of swatchify it. They sure.
A word?
No.
Okay. It's out.
Try it. I like it.
Yeah.
So they took it and they created this, what they're calling is a bioceramic. It's this plasticky, biodegradable portion thing that is obviously not metal. Okay. It's meant to be more durable than plastic, but more efficient and kind of, I guess, better for the environment than just plastic, ceramic, whatever, best of both worlds.
Yeah.
That thing. All right. And what they're doing, at least right now, is they're only selling it in the stores. And that's, yeah, they're trying to, I guess, increase traffic to the stores, or they're managing their supply. I don't know what they're doing, but these things are hard to come by. Like, they're freaking impossible to find.
But
Right now, there are, in the entire United States, 9 stores that sell the Moonswatches.
what a great marketing plan.
Right?
Nine.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
can only get it at 9 stores.
at 9 stores
What's
in the
up-
country.
Oh, wait.
One of them is in Miami.
Pick up your phone. I'm gonna try to
That's true.
calm it down. You know,
They don't ever answer the phone. It's
I'm not gonna do a basic pizza brand. I want to do that. I don't.
but Swatch. Be
But what? Look at me. I'm talking to you. Pick up your phone. It's called business. Pick it up. You might get people to come to your store. I don't want to go out there Lincoln Road, Casa Carajo, to drive 20 minutes to go home. You have to watch. Obviously, you don't have to watch. Then pick up your phone and just say it. Sorry.
it's okay, bro.
But guys, I'll be my last round today.
Perfect.
I'm just one round.
So what they did again, they're kind of swatchifying this classic watch, the Omega Moonwatch, and it got this name, the Omega Moonwatch, really through marketing by Omega, because this was the first watch to land on the moon, which is super cool on its own. So this is, we're gonna do a little history lesson here too. 1962 was the first time that an Omega Moonwatch, which is actually an Omega Speedmaster, for those of you that don't know, the specific one that was on the moon was a Omega Speedmaster Professional for further classification. But 1962 was the first time an astronaut took an Omega Speedmaster to space. And NASA, through encouragement from the astronauts, finally approved a watch in 1965 for use by astronauts, because the astronauts needed ways to time things. Obviously it's important when you're up there with limited tools, resources, communication, etc., to have accurate timekeeping. So NASA approved the watch in 1965, which was, again, the Omega Speedmaster. And then on July 20th, 1969, it was the first watch to be on the moon.
Oh,
So, first watch to be on the moon. Who was the first person to wear it on the moon?
Bad edition.
I don't know.
That's the
Idea.
Damn.
Give me a guess.
All right, this is rough. No, I mean, not everyone remembers this shit anyways. When is it literally the first person on the moon? Was it the first person on the moon?
I don't remember what year that was compared to.
Watch.
Yeah.
So they did take watches the first time, because the moon landing was 1969. Watch approved 1965. Neil Armstrong, first person on the moon.
Okay.
Theoretically, he should have been the first one to have the watch on the moon.
Did it?
He didn't. So
Yeah, I would have guessed wrong.
yeah,
I would.
there's a twist. That was the point. That was one of the questions. The timekeeping apparatus that was actually on the spacecraft that they were using broke. So he took his watch and attached it to I guess the dashboard. Obviously not the dashboard, but the dashboard of the spaceship. He put his watch up there. So Buzz Aldrin, the second guy on the moon, was the first one to bring the watch. Oh, that was pretty cool.
Same watch?
Yeah, same watch.
Same
No,
watch?
no, same watch. That was the only watch approved by NASA at the time.
One.
Just one.
Like Buzz Lightyear.
Correct.
Yeah.
Buzz.
So since then, July, or really 1965, because the moon landing was July 20th, 1969. Again, since 1965, how many watches do you guys think have been approved by NASA?
Just a one.
Just the one.
It's more than
Nice.
just the one.
Two.
Man, you guys are really conservative. I just figured in 60 years almost that there would have been more watches approved by NASA.
Three.
4.
So we're good.
Yeah, no,
Different.
that's a good question. What company can you think of that may have also been approved by NASA to go into space?
What? Can't think of Tag you want me?
No. No tags. No tags in space.
I like the logo. That's like an insane.
Could it be circled back to the what?
No.
Watch company? No.
Oh,
No Tudor, no Rolex.
Yeah.
it's too high for that.
Yeah.
What's like a sport? Like G-Shock action. What?
Attaboy, no.
Oh, yeah.
So G-Shock. G-Shock is one of them.
So,
No Tissot's in space either. So Omega has 2. Okay. Omega has the Speedmaster, which is again the Moonwatch. And then it has what's called the Skywalker X33.
that's
That is
Right?
fucking cool.
badass.
That's before or after Star Wars.
That's definitely after. At least I think so. I'm saying that as a fact. I have no idea. So the Casio G-Shock. And then the last one blew my mind. I would have never guessed this watch in a million years. A Timex.
Look. See that?
The Timex Iron Man data link.
Well, that, it
Specifically,
sounds
right? So check this out. This is some information that I got about watch testing by NASA, okay, and how these watches became kind of certified. There's nothing to look at, bro. I'm sorry. I'm just going to read it to you again. My bad. Kiko's like, let's go. I'm
I was
ready.
like, yo, I was focused.
You were focused. You were paying attention. So in NASA testing, the watches were tested to temperature hotter than 200 degrees Fahrenheit, then immediately frozen, battered in impacts generating 40 Gs, exposed to high pressures and vacuum environments. So high pressure, no pressure. Humid environments, they were shaken, they were vibrated, They were placed in 100% oxygen environments, which is actually highly corrosive, very damaging to metals, because that's what rust becomes. And all of these things were meant to simulate like what an astronaut would kind of go through. And since then, only those 4 watches have been approved. It's crazy. Are all of those like what we talked about last episode, when they're all plus or minus whatever, like that? No, not necessarily. So the
Your time.
yes.
Okay. Make sure.
So the time.
What time do I run on? I like to
Of course.
Well done that.
Yeah.
Run up Miami.
Miami time, yeah.
Hey, MIA together.
I have no idea what time zone. But given that time is somewhat human construct, like we take it to space. So I mean, we're coordinating time with what's down here. Yeah, that is a good question.
Well, what time zone was this set?
I don't know. I mean, I assume either East Coast or Texas.
Florida or Texas.
Yeah, Houston. Also, another really cool fun fact: Apollo 13, where they lost their guidance systems and they had to like manually get back. That was all done through very specific time in communication with Houston. You have a problem on their Omega Speedmaster. Through the chronograph, they were able to precisely time all of their jet bursts to safely get back. Yeah,
That's intense. Omega was made a killing.
Right.
During that.
It's still called the Moonwatch. It hasn't changed its appearance.
Really?
No, it's the same watch.
Honestly,
It looks identical.
They can only get one of the watch.
No, I absolutely want an Omega Speedmaster in my collection.
What's the price range?
There's a lot of different versions that you can get of Speedmaster. And we're kind of talking about 2 different things here. The Moonswatch, which is the collaboration between Omega and Swatch, and then the Speedmaster. You can get a new Speedmaster on a steel bracelet, leather bracelet. I think it also comes on a NATO for like 6,000, which in the watch world is not terribly expensive. But this is what's super cool about this collaboration between Omega and Swatch. The Moonswatch is $260.
With taxes, like clean, 260 out the door.
I didn't know it was with taxes. That's impressive.
No,
That's even more impressive.
No, because look, you guys understand. Me and Ken have been trying to get this watch for what, like 3-4 weeks already. A good solid month on the second market,
At
And
least.
It's impossible. And like, one thing I don't want to do is pay $200 extra for a $250 watch, just because Miami, you got to pick up your phone. Pick up your phone. Sorry.
So the last thing I'm going to talk about for space travel and space watches before we get into all the Moonswatches, there is only one watch approved for extravehicular activity. So spacewalks, maintenance on the International Space Station, all that stuff. And that is still the Omega Speedmaster.
Okay.
So, although there are 4 approved for space travel, that's the only one approved for outside of the spacecraft. Let's go ahead and open up the Swatch website, and we're going to go through. So the first one that we're looking at here is Mission to the Sun. I don't know about you guys, but I honestly, I love the yellow.
Yeah,
I think it's fire.
I'm not going to lie to you. That's
right.
like first yellow, like
That's
I
okay.
yellow. Like that's probably my least favorite one of all the Moonwatches I've seen.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
I'm sorry.
I like it because the strap is so white. So they, it's like gold.
Yeah.
But that's
Does what do you think of the Sun? I like it. I mean, there's a place for every color.
Great feedback.
All right, so what about Mercury?
this was hard.
This was nice. This color's gray, black.
I think in many more occasions that you could have. Yeah.
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 Right.
Yeah. And we didn't talk about it already, but this is also another watch that is Kiko approved in sizes.
Yes. That beat over 40.
Correct.
People over 40.
Honestly,
Over 40. It has to start with a 4.
I won't wear.
At least 4.
Yeah.
So this watch is actually 42 millimeters.
Which, nice watch.
But Mercury, this one is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I like the Sun. It's not in my favorites.
Agreed.
It's not in my top 3.
Okay,
No.
thank you. Okay.
No. We're gonna get to it, but the Moon and Mercury are my 1 and 2.
Excited.
Yeah. So scrolling down to Venus.
You know what?
Venus, honestly, like I like the pink.
Look, I've been trying to get a good deal on it. 'Cause I should wear a lot of pink. Like, hey, real men wear pink. Don't forget that. Well, honestly, that's a nice watch. It's way better than the sun. And I think the pink's a nice contrast. White.
And I honestly I like the dial, the face is a little bit off white.
Yeah,
It's not super
smoke.
Yeah,
yeah.
The pro, yeah.
I think that's classic,
definitely.
you know? But oh shit, I didn't see that. The sub dials are oval. Why did they make it oval?
I don't know. I like it. They're a little different.
Yeah, that's weird. All right.
Different from the other watch.
I'm sure there's something in there that says and explains it.
Yeah. I can't do that.
So then scrolling down the mission on Earth, I hate it.
Look,
I'm not
I
fan
love,
Yes.
I love it because I
I'm
like the
fan.
red colors. It's kind of like that green that you
I'm
wear
for that.
not the colors, but
Yeah.
another color. It's way
This
better
is
colors.
I think this is last on my list.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's better than the sun.
Sorry.
Oh man.
Just
Everything revolves
yeah.
around the sun,
Just-
bro.
What do you think?
I don't like it.
Wow. It's great.
It's a hot mess.
You know who would really like it? Seahawks fans.
Yeah, they would. Yeah.
Seahawks fans, Kiko fans, you know?
But bro, the moon.
This is the hardest one I've seen so far.
So the moon, this is supposed to be the closest representation
To-
of what the Moonwatch was.
It's my second.
This one. Nice. Yeah, this one's.
Yeah.
This is my second favorite one. It's the nicest one. But you know which is my favorite?
I like the black.
Yeah.
How to get there.
So moving down to Mars. I actually don't like Mars.
Compared to the sun, I don't like it at all. It's just too bright. Whenever you know wear that red color,
I don't like the subdial.
it looks like cones. Are they cones?
Yeah, I don't know. They look like little rocket ships
Yeah,
to me. Like
Bro, they almost look like cones.
no, like I'm playing Galaga or
Yeah.
something.
See, this might be over the sun. I might be my least favorite one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I still like this one better than the Earth, but not by much.
I like it better.
Yeah.
I like the red.
Yeah.
Wow. Who wears something red?
What about Jupiter?
I like it. I like it a lot. It's very comparable to Mercury, but it's
Bro,
actually
this
a
isn't
little
like
bit lighter.
Mercury at all.
I like it a little bit lighter. It's like a lighter gray, like a brownish.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I like it.
I do like this one better than the next one, which I'm sorry, Kiko. I know this one's your favorite.
It's my favorite. Me and Kenny are so complete opposites, and it's funny too because we've been trying to get any of the watches, any. We've been striking.
it's striking.
This is my favorite one because look, you see the bottom where it says Saturn is the only one that's completely different. You see the bottom ring is super cool.
Yeah, that is. I
I
do like
like
that.
6 rings.
I
And I
wish,
like
I wish
the-
all of them had that kind of thing.
Yes, it's the only
It's a
one.
nice touch.
In my
No, I
opinion.
like the old one with the green. It's a good catch. Kid.
Yeah. Thanks, man. So going down to Uranus.
Your ring
Thanks,
is
Kenny.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
I mean, we gotta keep it, professional.
Yeah.
hey. Mention to Uranus, bro.
We're not going to Uranus. All right, bro. That was last night, not tonight.
That sounds horrible.
That's fun.
I got it.
The baby blue is nice. I mean, I could see this, with Tar Heels, stuff like that.
That's what we,
I like that watch a lot. I like it better than the red one.
yeah, I kind of like it better too.
Just because I don't wear baby blue at all. Oh, y'all went down to Neptune?
Yeah, that's it.
So
I like
Nah,
black.
no.
No, the contrast. Nice.
actually, I hate black and blue together. I don't know why.
No, you
I don't know why.
What type of style do you have, bro? You like
Just
the gas, you want the blue?
No, I just don't like black and blue together. I like white and yellow. I like black and yellow. I
What if
like blue and yellow. Maybe blue and yellow.
I think it looks all right.
I think I look. I like.
I like it.
I mean,
I like-
I would wear that.
I would.
I did hear something crazy about these watches, though, specifically Neptune. That the deep blue was actually like kind of staining people's hands and
Oh.
wrists. Like,
Worth
like
it.
there was some color transfer.
I get you know that.
Worth
The blue.
Now Pluto.
Ooh,
This is my number 3. I like Pluto.
Pluto looks nice.
I
It's
almost
like an-
pulled the trigger on getting a Pluto.
It's different.
You almost did.
Yeah, I
Stop.
almost did. It was 350.
All right, if anyone wants to know the best place, best deal I've been seeing, and trust me, we can't have done the research. or like StockX. Another place is taxes and fees, maybe eBay, but best bet, StockX, it's still hard to come by.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's a little funky, but
What do y'all think of these Moonswatches? Are y'all about it? You gonna get one?
I mean, I want to get them all.
Yeah. Respect.
Meaning on a collecting line.
Yeah.
I think it'd be very cool to have a full collection.
No, I agree.
of all
100%.
that. Hopefully that there's only a 9 store in the States.
You just go by market. It's a good idea.
For now.
Okay, but regardless, retail. I want
Yeah.
to be mine.
When
I
I
see-
see the 5 of us, we could probably pull off the whole set.
Yeah. Gabby wants to set something up.
That's no.
There's one thing I like about it the most is that it's an affordable watch.
It is.
Like if you want to have that brand Omega, you want to have a gym watch, but not pay Omega money, it's the best bet, guys. Omega's watch. Looks nice, classy watch, $250. You can find it in the store, but it's a great watch.
My biggest thing, especially with this watch, especially if I not collecting or anything like that, like for me to wear the watch, immediately it's coming off of that strap.
I don't like the strap.
Absolutely hate it.
Look at that out. So
It's
bad.
a Velcro strap.
Oh, who do you-
Like, bro, I'm not 5.
are we
Not
the-
Yeah.
I know how to tie my shoes.
Exactly. I can tie my shoes. Yo, I can even double knot it. Like,
That's security.
But they still
It
have
is.
straps.
you can replace.
They're facing strap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know. I think someone
quick and you can call shoelace.
Yeah.
I'm mistaken, no?
So this one I would really, really, really like on a nice leather NATO.
Strap, yeah.
A leather NATO.
Yeah.
Such a needle guy.
They're so yeah. It just it looks nice on a watch.
Good.
So, but you know we've talked a lot about watches today.
Go to my favorite portion. Oh, come on, you know it.
We've also talked a lot about Kiko's birthday in and around the time frame of this recording. But there's another famous birthday. I don't know if y'all knew this. That just recently happened.
Yep.
July 31st, 2022. Y'all know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Who is it, Gabby? Bring it to me, buddy.
Jets.
Yeah, George Jetson.
Boring. Justin.
No. He was not born on July 31st, 2022.
Pretty young.
I mean, he looks young. He doesn't look a couple weeks young.
Born tonight, not last night.
Ah.
So
Well said.
in the canon of Jetsons history, George Jetson was supposedly born on July 31st, 2022. And I saw this quote online from the Smithsonian magazine. Okay, Smithsonian, like the museum,
Jet.
one of the highest regarded museums in the world. The Jetsons stands as the single most important piece of 20th century futurism.
Oh, wow.
How crazy is that?
Know about that.
For one, not a fucking chance.
I'm not.
I feel the show about that.
Not a
don't know.
chance.
Maybe top 10. Top 10.
So what they're really referring to, and what I gathered from the rest of the article, but that was the highlight, they looked at the Jetsons and really the creators of Jetsons looked at the future in a completely different light than almost anyone else that looks at the future genre. The Jetsons is completely normal, just in the future.
Yeah.
It's not dystopian and it's not utopian. It's everyday life. Like they're still going through it. They still have dumb stuff that they're dealing with. It's just in the future. Now, one thing that they did get right, they do have like video talking. Yep. Like even from the beginning of the episodes, like in the 60s or something. Which now obviously we're FaceTiming groundward.
Bro,
Right
super
now
late.
we're talking.
Super late, man. Like, bro, we're super late and everything. Honestly, we were all, I'm sorry. We were all kids. Did we expect to have flying cars ready and it's a piece of like at least 2020, at least flying cars. Like, bro, teleportation, something like that.
That'd be cool.
Oh, dude, like, that'd be cool.
This guy, flying car, teleportation.
Oh, why did I? Like, I wanted to go to that. Boom, I'm there.
For what it's worth, the Jetsons still is not to be set for, I think it's another 20 years.
It's already, yeah, when it came out,
Well, I mean, he's got it.
when he said, yeah, George Jetson was born
Yeah.
in 2020. Big blood.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you're right.
Happy
So
that.
2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we still have
You got time.
28 years until we get teleportation.
Maybe I'm gonna go. I'm cheap. Want to get ready quick. Get the ball.
So what really this reminded me of more than anything were my favorite cartoons as a kid. It wasn't the Jetsons.
But
My favorite cartoon of all time, even to this day, I will still watch it. Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
I feel the same.
No, I,
Scooby-Doo's my
100%.
It's not my favorite of all time, but I do love Scooby-Doo. It has humor and like problem solving. You know, like
Yeah.
mystery. So it's good. It's good.
So me and Justin are Scooby-Doo. What do you guys?
Tom and Jerry. Hands down, best show, best cartoon ever.
I mean, it's a classic.
It's a classic. Has a lot of messages. No one is Scooby-Doo can obviously. Do we all know what we're doing? Come on, it's Scooby-Doo. All right.
Like-
I don't want to get into details about it because I'm trying to keep it PG-13.
You talking about Shaggy?
Yeah, Shaggy, Scooby, the whole nine. There's so much stuff going on. And I don't know if they were like sharing children, like
Yeah, I feel like we watched a very different Scooby-Doo.
No, it's a big mix. And there's a lot of people in one tight space.
Mystery.
They just what happened. Like,
It's a movie.
It is a mystery what happens in there.
Yeah.
It is.
You don't know.
so yo,
Why
I'm
does Fred always drive?
So Tom and Jerry all day.
So I love fun facts. Sorry to go back to Scooby-Doo real quick. Y'all know Shaggy's real name?
Shaggy.
Been fucking tested.
Wendell,
Wendell?
what did he say?
No, nothing. He didn't know.
Shaggy.
Yeah, Shaggy's real name.
Louis. John.
Norville.
Norville. That is.
Never would have guessed that.
Yeah, Norville Rogers.
You get.
What's your favorite cartoon, Andre?
If I had to say one, maybe I would Bugs Bunny. Yeah. I mean, I beat up all of them, but I mean, yeah. Bugs Bunny.
They even still pay
Yo,
I don't know.
Bugs Bunny was an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, he did a lot of shit.
Yeah. It was.
Like, especially Elmer Fudd.
did a back to close.
Yeah. It was.
Just you look like
That's up, man.
that's fucked up.
That is fucked
I
up.
know, bro. I just saw it. I just saw him, but I just saw you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just bald guy with the brown outfit.
Yeah.
Jason. Yeah, he's
It's
not even
rabbits.
bald.
I haven't followed it, but I don't know why.
Rabbits.
It's not-
You know, so I wonder how many kids called rabbits wabbits because of Looney Tunes.
I don't know. I mean, I think that might have happened naturally, but I'm sure that's part of the help.
No.
For sure.
Wait, I mean, what's your favorite TV show, man?
Yeah.
The cartoon, Gabby.
It's tough for me, man. I mean, I think to pinpoint one, I'd probably say I couldn't. Arrow-wise, I would say Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
That
Bro.
line,
Can we go with that?
prime
So you
time.
cannot go with that.
For me,
So let's give a couple
Can you
examples.
Rugrats.
Rugrats.
So
Done. Hattie Mayonnaise.
yeah. No, all right. So
Hattie
y'all
Mayonnaise.
remember his friend?
Vince.
Skeeter.
Skeeter.
He's
Yeah.
Skeet, bro. Skeet. That,
Skeet.
he would call him Skeet.
Yeah. You didn't even know what it
They're
was.
weird. No, exactly. Yeah.
Pork chop.
Hattie mayonnaise.
Nickelodeon this time.
I love me
So-
some Ren and Stimpy.
I didn't like Hey Arnold though.
You know,
I like Hey
I like
Arnold.
Hey Arnold, man.
You ever did this with your friends that woo,
Little monsters.
missing out?
Yeah.
Monsters, bro.
Nah, hey, real monsters.
Yeah.
Hey, real monsters. Some hot dog.
Real monsters.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
Cat dog.
Cat dog was okay.
Wow. All right. Johnny Bravo.
Angry Beat.
Johnny.
Johnny Bravo.
Oh.
No.
Come on, Papa.
Only Dexter's Laboratory, I think, was my Cartoon Network show.
Let us step you.
How are you a Cartoon Network kid over Nickelodeon? Or like, how was you a Nickelodeon kid and not a Cartoon Network kid?
Cable issue.
Wow.
I was just Nickelodeon update.
Legal cable, bro.
I like thinking.
Brave.
Always trying to think. Where else?
Yeah, man.
Rocket Power.
Rocket Power.
Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls was good, man.
We'll go with the
Nobody
now.
can hate on Powerpuff Girls.
Hey.
Powerpuff Girls.
Ninja Turtles.
I say the
Heyo. All right. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Who's your turtle? Leonardo.
I have Raphael.
Donatello.
Michelangelo all day.
I'm a Raphael guy too. I have that inner anger.
One different.
Yeah, except me and Gabby. We're the same, I guess.
See, my favorite color is orange. That was my favorite Ninja Turtle growing up. Like,
Wow.
Attaboy.
Fun fact. Nice.
respect.
You also went to UF too.
Go get it.
You, baby. What about you, bro? Your high school.
Damn, all three of you.
Yeah,
The,
all three different ones.
the UCF kids over here.
Yeah. Go Knights. Charge on.
Wait, wait. Hey, by the way, yeah, fun fact. Fun facts. I can finally say something like that. UCF put a national title on their building. Say, oh, now the national title. So they're undefeated because they're playing a conference of JV teams. All right, bro. Get in a real conference, bro. Then talk to UCF.
But did you go undefeated?
No, but guess what? We actually have the national title. Five of them. How many does UCF have? 0.
But did you go undefeated?
UCF's best football team in Florida.
Shut up.
They proved it last year.
Miami is
mean-
right. You guys have the right. Well, take that back. I think look at that. But
We digressed.
Yeah.
Right now,
We went-
right now
we
they're,
went-
I think 33 in the nation is what they're predicted.
well, I'm sorry. Let's go back to the that's only to the cartoon.
Cartoons. Cartoons.
That's all right, man.
So yeah, honestly, I'm gonna tell you no cartoon, and I know Dre's agree with me on this. I think that people would love Recess. It's my number 2 favorite.
I forgot about
last.
Recess.
He did that wire. Go. Wait,
Mike,
you never seen Recess? It's another Mexican thing.
Gretchen,
You kidding me?
Nettie.
Ellie,
I
bro.
honestly know nothing about Recess. I don't even know what that looks like. Damn.
Oh,
I don't after school.
dude, that was.
After school, bro, take that water.
Dude, I'm a little upset. Like, I've
I'm
heard a lot of
sorry,
my
bro.
life lessons.
Have a marathon.
Yes.
I'm good.
Hey, Justin. Can you which one's
I'll show him some Recess. Take care of that.
All right, what about this anime cartoon? It's a cartoon. Andre, I did this
Yeah,
with my
I mean,
brother.
We know which one he's gonna say.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. Oh, I think he's about to show it up. So,
Number one.
See,
I think-
I never watched that show.
anime. Oh, what makes Dragon Ball Z guy? Vegeta, all day, favorite character.
No,
Oh, what about you?
I mean, for anime, it would probably be Dragon Ball Z because I think that's the only one that I've watched.
yeah, well,
So
I watched some more, but Dragon Ball Z is key. I think that's just cool. Say what?
Who doesn't want to go Super Saiyan?
I mean, I was trying to go Super Saiyan earlier with this guy.
With our auto issues.
Guys, I'm a little down. I don't know if you guys know about that, but I'm a little.
Your friend.
Yeah. Just. But Gabby, did you watch anime?
I really did. The college put me on to Naruto.
Yep.
So that I did like that.
For the better, right? I mean,
Of
obviously.
course. I'm a better person for that show.
good.
A lot of like that. And then like Boy Meets World. You know what I'm saying? Boy Ted Lasso.
They don't make shows. They don't make shows like that anymore.
Make that make it better.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bro, honestly, like, you compare how to raise family, like that. Watch that shit.
Yep.
Straight up.
Yep.
TV back in the day was different. It hit different.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
Definitely though, Ted Lasso,
Yo,
great show.
you ever seen that? Also watch it.
Yes.
Make it better.
Yes.
I still haven't seen Ted Lasso.
Wow.
That's
We
why
talked
Justin
about
is
this.
like this. His arms crossed, pissed off at the world.
You're such a beautiful smile, Justin. Thank you.
Ted Lasso.
And
Have a
Mike,
beautiful smile.
thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
We're all about the positivity here.
Hey, I'll clap it, bro. The break. So we're all in Miami together. So we made a nice show. I think we did good.
Yeah, man. I think so. Anybody else got any cartoons?
We need to do about the Disney cartoons.
Well, you know what?
Like what?
Like, what?
Well, I watched them on Disney.
All right. How about this? Favorite Disney movie
Cartoon.
as a kid?
Cartoon.
Yeah, it has to be a cartoon.
Cartoon one?
I got
Mine's just
Mine?
easy.
I'm gonna go with Aladdin.
it.
That's my second
Aladdin was
19.
good.
Me too.
Like,
Justin, you're on the clock. 3,
Dude, what
Two.
is it like? Go.
1.
I don't know.
Yo.
Little Mermaid.
I'll do
Little Mermaid
Barry.
is good.
Let's go.
No, I don't play Pictionary at all. I got ruined years ago, and I don't play. I don't play. No. Yep, I am. No. Nope, I don't play. I don't play any board games anymore. Gave them all up. Threw all those bitches away.
Yeah, we're
Don't
way
ask me to
too
play.
competitive.
I'll pass.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah,
For real.
I will. I'll drink the beer in the back. Y'all have fun.
All right, guys. On that
Hey.
note, let's wrap it up.
Guys.
This is our second episode of Hops and Hairsprings. Yes, new episodes are going to be hopefully coming every 2 weeks. So put us on your calendar.
Every other Monday.
Yes, every other Monday. If you guys have some topics that you want to talk about, leave a comment.
Comment.
There you go.
Well, wish me a happy birthday. Celebrate my birthday already. You call me, subscribe, guys. Right? And also, please, right? We'll be coming out in 2 weeks. Like Kevin says, the other Monday.
We're out.
Love you guys.
Many try to reach it. Many men have fell.